Hi guys, I'd like to welcome you guys all back to my channel, and as it is Friday, we have another lifestyle, live chat, that kind of thing. And we're going to continue to talk about things that I've actually been doing in my life that has been helping me, especially in 2020. And so these are 8 ways that I have been coping through this quarantine period. 2020 has literally been a dumpster fire that keeps snorting cocaine and injecting itself with heroin every month to kind of keep us in this loop of just a very sad feeling all the time. And so I personally have been dealing with COVID in a different way, in the sense, well, not a different way, it's just that I have spent the majority of 2020 by myself. Have not been getting able to go travel. I have not traveled at all this year, which, if anybody knows me, that is not likely, because usually around this time I am planning to leave the country. But since America has become the crap hole country that others say other countries are, we're not allowed to travel to other places right now. So throughout these past couple months, I've just been trying to basically keep a lid on my sanity and trying to just get myself in a place where it doesn't feel like every day is just crap. So I've been thinking about it, and I'm just like, man, what is something that I've been doing a lot of? Like, what is something that I could actually share with you guys that's not like super hard or super ridiculous? And some of these things, they might not help you at all, but they're just things that have been helping me. So I figured, like, let me share them with you guys. My number one is I have been doing a monthly check-in with my therapist. I don't feel like I need to do more personally. This is just a personal thing between me and my therapist, but I do check in once a month where we kind of just talk about, me, and it's been nice. It kind of keeps me in a different type of perspective, in terms of like my anxiety and stuff. It's just, I have different exercises from my therapist that I use regularly to kind of just bring back the control into my life. So understanding what I can and cannot control, understanding what is real and what is just a feeling that I have in my head, facts, like that kind of thing. So that has been helping me a lot. I do talk a lot to myself. I'm home alone, so like it's not that big a deal. But I do talk a lot to myself, and I talk a lot more out loud, which at some point we're going to do a video about the importance of like confirming out loud. But I talk to myself out loud more, and just bringing myself that awareness. Also understanding that during this time I also need to give myself grace, because this is not regular. This whole year has not been a regular year for me. So it's one of those things where it's like, give yourself grace. It has not been a perfect year. You have not accomplished your goals. But honestly, this is not the year that you were really going to do a whole lot of that stuff anyway. So I know this is going to sound really dumb to some people, but I've been curating playlists. So I have playlists depending on like what's going on. Like I have my Bad Girl playlist for when I kind of need to like boost my own self-confidence, or music that just makes me want to twerk around my house, because twerking releases good endorphins. I have a playlist for when I want to just have sound in my house coming from something other than a TV. So it's mainly like classical music, or like music that would fit the lo-fi playlist. I have a soundtrack playlist where I just want to belt songs at the top of my lungs. So I have playlists that I play depending on my mood. I have a cleaning playlist. I have a drawing playlist. So I've just been curating playlists, and creating the playlist is fun, and then like listening back to the playlist and tweaking it as I go. Sorry, I braided this jumbo braid a little too tight, and my ends are screaming. So I like my edges, so we're gonna have to keep that under control. But I know if you've never done it, curate a playlist for yourself, and like the theme of this playlist, make it songs that make me feel good or something. Curate that playlist, and whenever you're in a mood, play it. Music is fantastic, and I have speakers all throughout my house, so it is a legit party in here. The third thing that I have been just used, like it is an everyday thing now, is FaceTime and Zoom and video conferencing and Facebook Messenger and trying to plan movie days with my girlfriends. Like the girlfriends that I normally travel out the country with, they also live by themselves. So we have movie nights. Like we had a movie night where we watched Waiting to Exhale. That was hilariously fun. So I recommend like setting up meetups, like online meetups with your friends. It's really, really fun. You can even share a screen and like y'all could really watch it at the same time. Or have a day where like you're painting or something, or have a day where, not even a day. Sometimes when I get to work from home, I actually FaceTime my siblings who are also working from home, and we're not necessarily talking. It's just that we all live in our own places in various states, and like we usually see each other a couple times a year. We just not doing it this year. So they're background noise, and like sometimes you just want to have somebody to sound like somebody's in your house. And so that helps, and that's like a good thing. So I've been doing a lot of that, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have been too. So number 4 is video games, but more specifically for me, Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing, literally, it is a game where I have 100% control of what happens except for fishing. So I am purposely going very, very slow with the game. I have not terraformed my island yet. I have not paid off my debt to Nook yet. I am purposely taking my time and going very, very slow and just collecting Nook miles, because I don't know how long this quarantine is going to last, and I don't want to get to a point of the game where I'm tired of playing the game. So I literally get on there. Lately it's been because new releases and stuff, so I've only been playing for like 30 to 40 minutes a day. Oh, and then I also play Sims. Obviously Sims is another game where it's like you control how the game goes. Granted, Sims 4 has this thing where like they can die of laughter, and I'm like, I get to the point where I try to give them traits where like none of them get silly, because otherwise I gotta keep growing death flowers just so that I can keep my freaking Sims alive, because they die from laughter at their weddings. But other than that, like, those are the things I've been playing. And also I don't play them all day, because it kind of gives me an excuse to skip my responsibilities if I end up simming all day. Like today, after I'm done recording these videos, I need to edit them. And well, actually no, I don't need to edit them until tomorrow. So I need to do something else. Like I need to clean the kitchen and meal prep, because that's a responsibility thing. And then I play my video games. So it's like a reward thing at the same time. But those are the 2 games that I've been playing heavily lately. Number 5 is exercising. I have been struggling with this one, more so from the fact that it's clearly like a little bit of depression that I don't like to admit, but it's just been forcing myself to get up and do things. Like I have rollers, I have skates that I need to get out there and like practice more. But when I get home, it's hot as balls outside, so I don't want to go out, and I don't like set the time for it. So with this time blocking thing that I've been doing, I've been time blocking space for when I need to do exercise. So I have been lifting weights. My gym now has this thing where you sign up for a time to go to the gym, and then only a certain amount of people are allowed to go. And I've noticed that as long as, because it'll tell you what's the number of availability, as long as the number is above 120, then I know it's only going to be like 4 people in the gym at that time. So then I'll go to the gym. And then also I have my trainer where some weeks I don't want to go to the gym, so she'll curate home workouts for me to do here at home, which also helps. But I don't have the weights. Lifting weights, it really helps my mood, makes me feel like I'm exerting a lot. And then I've been trying to do yoga 3 nights a week, Some nights have been better than others just because my body is so stiff from sitting in chairs and all that stuff all the time. So exercising has like a double thing. It's also an endorphin releaser, but it also kind of calms me and makes me feel accomplished at the same time. So if you've been thinking about whether or not you should add exercise into your quarantine routine, if you're an anxious person like me, I highly recommend it. It's been very helpful for me. Number 6 is TV binging. I don't have cable, but I have like Netflix, Hulu, and Crunchyroll. So what I've been doing a lot of binging, but I've been doing a lot of binging of series that I've already completed, because I know the ending, that kind of thing. It's another sense of control. I've started, like, for example, Netflix basically just bought UPN. So all the black shows are about to go on. So I started Moesha. I watched like Allie and Katie or something on the other day, which turned out to be really, really cute. Like I might have had a thug tear or two at the end of it. So I've been binge watching TV, but I tend to only do that on like Friday nights or if I'm not feeling well, because we've had a couple of those days as well, because Mother Nature is a cold-hearted heifer. But yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody is TV binging right now. So eventually I'm going to move on to like rewatching the first season of Umbrella Academy and just going back and like starting from the beginning. And I just did Avatar for the 4th time this quarantine, and I've started rewatching the Studio Ghibli films. So it's like I purposely understand that I have the tendency to overdo things. So I'm allotting time in my schedule to go ahead and overdo them and overindulge myself sometimes, and it's working. I feel better when I do that. I fall asleep and I wake up great. Something, and this is gonna sound weird to some people, something that I've never done in my adult life is nap. And the reason is, when I nap, depending on the time of day of napping, I don't go to sleep very well in the evening. However, with the current climate and everything, sometimes napping just helps me wake up and feel a burst of energy to do the work. Not necessarily of I'm exhausted or I'm tired, I need to go to sleep. It's more like I'm mentally exhausted and I need to reset. So sometimes instead of like journaling or something like that, which is something that I also try to do but been failing lately, 30-minute power nap. And then I get up and then I'm like, okay, let me handle some stuff now. So I don't do it a lot just because, like I said, I wake up at 4:30 in the morning on the days that I have to go into work, and I have to get to work by 6, and then I get home around 6 because I go to the gym usually around 5. So there's really no point for me to nap during the week. It's the weekends where I give myself the grace to lay down and nap. So number 8 is the thing that I'm most excited about, and it is scheduling. So I've been working on a time block schedule type situation. I do it a lot more when I work from home versus when I'm at work, but time blocking has given me the ability to plan out my day, give myself a sense of purpose, and also keep me focused, which is a video that is the next like lifetime chat we're going to talk about, is time blocking. Just because it's something that I'm actually doing, and I have been doing it for the past 2 to 3 months. So I've got enough information to give you guys, plus some stickers. So yeah, I don't know. I started doing it just as a working from home type thing. And then I was at work and I realized a lot of my work, I can finish it like ahead of the time that other people assume that it's going to take, just because my work speed is a little differently than the other people I work with. So sometimes I'm left at my desk kind of bored. So I'm either reading a book or something like that until my next assignment is ready. So I'm like, well, maybe I should bring some of my other work into work and see how this works out. I don't do it every day, but like time blocking again has been very, very helpful. And I will be giving you guys more information about that. But yeah, those were 8 different ways that I have been trying to cope with this pandemic quarantine situation. My question to you is, what have you been doing to keep your sanity? Is it working for you? What is something that you do when you really want to like just pretend this is not real? Me asleep. So let me know down below in the comment section. And until the next time, guys, bye.